Welcome to Dartmouth, Nova Scotia and the John Regan Memorial Gymnasium on the Dartmouth High School campus for the 2020-21 Capital Region Boys Division I Basketball Final. The number 1 ranked Dartmouth High Spartans play host to the number 2 ranked Halifax Grammar School Griffins. Good evening, everyone. Alongside the Maritime Athletic Profiles crew, Vince Williams on hand for this rubber match between these two provincial powerhouses. The Spartans program, led by fifth-year head coach Lance Sparks, going for 3 straight regional titles and winners of back-to-back provincial titles and a very stunning 88-5 record over the last 3 campaigns. And tonight, Coach Sparks will rely heavily on 2 outstanding guards, seniors Romy Smith and Kyrie Thompson, who is arguably the region's and province's best high school backcourt tandem. Smith led the way on Monday night in semifinals victory over CP Allen with 24 points, and Johnson chipping in 21. And the Halifax Grammar School Griffins, led by their bench boss in his 16th year at Grammar School, in his 37th year in coaching, Tim McGarrigle, guided the University of Cape Breton Capers in the school's first AUS championship in 1993 and 94, and won 2 Coaches of the Year awards in 91, 92, 93, 94. And tonight, we'll attempt to do something that only his senior boys team has done in the past 3 seasons in defeating this Spartans championship juggernaut on home court, a feat they accomplished 2 seasons ago after the Christmas break. And Coach McGarrigle will ask for a nearly perfect offensive effort from his team to do so, led by sophomore shooting guard Kyle Monroe, who led the way for the Griffins semifinal victory over the Citadel Phoenix, finishing with a game-high 24 points and 14 rebounds. So it should be a fun one no matter the final outcome. Tip-off coming up live on MAP. Welcome back inside John Regan Memorial Gymnasium for this championship game for the Capital Region Boys Division I Final. The Dartmouth High Spartans and the Halifax Grammar School Griffins. Both of these teams getting their last instructions from their head coaches, Lance Sparks of the Spartans and Tim McGarrigle of the Griffins. The Spartans will start with possession of the basketball as the home team in these hybrid COVID rules. There will be no jump balls, so on tie-ups they'll go to the alternating possession. So at the start of this game, the Spartans in white in their home whites and the Griffins in their road gold. And let's introduce you to the starting lineups tonight for both teams. For the Spartans, number 2, Romy Smith. Number 3, Nakari Smith. Number 7, Nay David. Number 9, Kyrie Thompson. And number 12, Angus Latter. For the Griffins, they'll go at number 4, Kyle Monroe. Number 9, David Davion. Number 11, David Waller. Number 12, Grant Keith. And number 13, Olin Bailey. So the Spartans starting off with possession here. They'll take it at the timeline as Latter will inbound to awaiting Romy Smith. As both of these teams won convincingly in their semifinals. The Spartans defeating CPA by 17. And the Griffins defeating the Phoenix by 14. So Latter will inbound. Tonight's officials, Brian States, Alonzo Wright, and the crew chief, Paul Hansen. And we're underway. David opens up with a 3. No good. Latter with the rebound, and the putback's good. So the wild card, Angus Latter with the offensive rebound, opens up the scoring for the Spartans. Spartans looking to go full court pressure. Here's Smith. Smith all over David Waller, having difficulties. Waller now trying to get away from Smith. Tied up, turns it over. Smith down the floor. Romy in transition. Tough right-hand shot, and Romy gets it to fall on his first field goal attempt. So the Spartans off to a quick start here as they jumped all over CP Allen in the first quarter, 25-4, and they were off to the races, and they never looked back in the semifinal. Griffin's trying to answer. Off the drive, that's rejected, but the putback is there. Beautiful follow there by Grant Keith, and he'll open up the scoring for the Griffins. Here's David. He'll try another 3-ball. That's no good. David 0 for 2 from downtown. He had 23 points in that semifinal win. First 3-ball and is good. Count it. Right on cue. Gabe Davion, who is the 3-point specialist, averaging 18 points on the season. He's hit 47 threes, shooting at 37% from downtown. Here's Smith now, trying to answer with his own 3. That's no good. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe now gets it across the timeline, closely guarded by Nakari Smith. Davion. 5 to shoot. Monroe's got to go with it. Baseline drive. Monroe there, and Monroe's fouled in the act of shooting, and that'll be a foul on Romy Smith. That's his first. As Monroe will go to the line for the first time this evening. Monroe's good on the first. Smith picking up his first personal. Team's first. As Monroe goes 2 for 2. Here's Nakari Smith. Tries to find Latter down low. Can't handle that. And that'll be a turnover. And the Griffins will look to build on their 3-point lead. Full court pressure being applied by the Spartans. Here's Monroe. He's double, turns it over. Romy, and Roby can't get the right hand to fall. Steals it right back though. Nakari Smith on the drive. Spins, gets tied up, and that was an awkward shot. I'm not sure if he even saw the rim, but nevertheless, he gets it to go. So a warning to both teams to not handle the basketball after a made bucket. Davion now. He'll bring it over the timeline after beating the pressure. Keith will turn it over. Back come the other way are the Spartans. Here's Thompson, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line to shoot too. So Waller will pick up the personal. His first, team's first. As Kyrie Thompson will go to the line to shoot too. Thompson, the leading scorer for the Spartans, averaging 27 points per game on the season. Is the 5'9" guard. He'll miss the first. Kyrie undeclared next year as a senior. Where he'll play as he goes 0 for 2 from the stripe. Lead still 1 for the Griffins temporarily. Here's Kyrie in fast break. Kyrie puts it up and lays it in. And this is what the Spartans do. They like to get it into the open floor and get easy buckets in transition. Full court pressure now being applied once again on every made bucket. And a reaching foul called on Angus Latter. That'll be his first, team second. As Grant Keat will check out. And coming into the game for the first time is reserve guard, 6'2" guard / forward, Malik Brown. Brown now, good three-point shooter, and Brown wastes no time. He knocks down another triple. That's his 12th three in the playoffs for Malik Brown. He has 5 threes in the semifinal win, tallying 22 points off the bench for the Griffins. Davion from the corner, trying to make it back-to-back. Thompson comes up with the rebound. Thompson on the drive, and Thompson's bump on his way to the bucket. And he'll go back to the free throw line to shoot a pair. So Davion will be called for the personal. That'll be his first. Kyrie struggling here as he's 0 for 3. And he goes 1 for 2. Here's Monroe. Monroe gets inside. Monroe can't get it to go. Kicked out, second chance coming up though. Waller now tries to swing it, and that's picked off by Nakari Smith. Nakari Smith now. Gets inside, can't get it to go. Latter's there at the putback. So Angus Latter, 2 for 2. He's got 4 on the evening. And the Spartans take the lead. Brown for 3. That's partially blocked by Thompson. Nakari Smith, though, he'll pick up the loose ball. And that'll be a foul on the Griffins. And that'll go on number 13, Olin Bailey. That's his first. Team's third. Bailey will come out, and Keith will go back in for him. Here's Nay David. David gets inside. David, tough shot, met there by Keith. Griffin's on the run. That's poked away from Waller. Picked up here by Brown. Brown looking back door. That's picked off by David. Back the other way on a 2-on-1, and Kyrie Thompson converts the easy deuce. So Thompson now, he's got 3. And it's a 3-point lead for the Spartans. At the midway point here in the first quarter, Waller on the drive, and that's knocked from out of bounds from behind by David. And possession will stay with the Griffins. 11 on the shot clock here, as Davion will inbound. Monroe from way out. Monroe. Smith comes up with the rebound. Romie Smith on the drive. Romie, tough bucket, and he gets the right hand to go. That's 2 tough drives by Romie, and the results are the same. He's got 4 now. 5-point lead. Keefe's shot is rejected. Waller with the rebound, and Waller is fouled by Latter in the act of shooting. And Waller will shoot a couple. First trip to the free throw line for David Waller. The 5'10" guard, senior guard. Waller, the leading assist getter on the Griffins. 61 assists on the regular season, including the playoffs. So Waller knocks down a couple, and the Spartans will call timeout. So 4:20 remaining here in the first quarter. It's been back and forth as both team stars are shining bright here at the John Regan Memorial Gymnasium. Leading scorers thus far for the Spartans. Romie Smith leading the way with 4, along with the unsung hero, Angus Latter, who's got 4 as well. For the Griffins, Gabe Davion hit a 3, along with Malik Brown. And Waller and Monroe's got 2 apiece. Both of these teams met in the Capital Region Final last year, as the Griffins are the defending champions with a 101-94 win. It's their 3rd consecutive regional final. But they got huge games last year from seniors Jonah Crowther, who has 29 points and 10 rebounds. Ethan Marshall Harris had 27 to lead the way in victory. So the Griffins looking to make it back-to-back Capital Region titles. Smith will bring it over the timeline. Thompson back to Smith. Smith will try from downtown. Can't get it to go. Brown will bring it over the timeline. Monroe surveying. Monroe's doubled, and he's bumped by Smith, as Romie will pick up the personal. That's his 2nd. So this decision time right now for Coach Sparks, if he's going to gamble and roll the dice, leaving Romie in the game. So Romie with 2 personals, team's 4th. Next one, they'll be over the limit, and the Griffins will be in the penalty. Nice drop step move, and up and over and in by Keefe. And Keefe with his first field goal attempt going down. And that's last touch by the Griffins. It will stay with the Spartans. So the Griffins looking to use their height advantage here, as their average height for their starters are 6'2". For the Spartans, 5'8". A 3-inch advantage, but nevertheless, there's Nate Dave with the offensive rebound, fighting for the second chance. Latter, the biggest player on the floor for the Spartans, able to come up with the loose ball. Smith gets inside, and he puts it in. Romie Smith on full display, driving to the basket. And that's last touch by Thompson, but Romie Smith has been in the action and in the painted area offensively. He's 3 for 3 in tight, as that's his game. 3 for 4 on the night. The only miscue was a 3-ball. Waller. No look past the Keefe. That's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans. Possession will stay with the Griffins. 12 to shoot. Davion will inbound on the baseline. Davion off a couple screens. Monroe trying to blow by Ladder. A little bit of a mismatch here in space. Under 5 to shoot, and that's a shot clock violation, but you got to give credit to Angus Ladder for staying in front of Monroe, as that was a mismatch in space, and Angus was up to the task, moving his feet defensively. Here's Smith now. He'll bring it over the timeline. Kyrie Thompson gets inside. Thompson on the drive, and he'll draw the foul. And Kyrie will go back to the free throw line. So the Spartans continue to be very aggressive. A good three-point shooting team, but they really like to get to the rack and force the issue defensively on their opponents. Kyrie continuing the struggle here, though, in this first quarter from the free-throw line. Second opportunity coming up, and he'll go 0 for 2. So Kyrie 1 for 5 from the stripe. Lead still 3 for the Spartans. Moreau on the spin. Pull up, and Moreau banks it home. Good move there by Kyle Monroe. Back the other way, not wasting any time, was Kyrie Thompson. And once again, he'll go back to the free throw line. So Keith will pick up the personal. As Grant will have to sit down. That's his first. Coming back into the game for the Griffins will be Owen Bailey. And Kyrie continuing to try to find his range from the free throw line. And he goes 1 for 2. 2-point game. Full court pressure still being applied by the Spartans. Brown picked up his dribble, was able to get it to Bailey. Bailey bottled up, draws the triple. Here's Davion. Davion on the drive. Davion, kick out to Brown. Under 10 to shoot, and Brown's bumped by Nakari Smith. And Nakari Smith is in full disbelief. Can't believe he was called for the foul there. As Brown will go to the line. He was in the act of shooting, and he'll go to the line for the first time this evening. So Smith will pick up the personal. Brown misses the first. Brown misses both, but the putback is good for Bailey. So Bailey's height advantage inside, able to get that putback to go. Wild shot inside there by Nakari Smith, but he gets his own rebound, and he's bumped by Keefe. So Keefe with 2 quick personals. That'll be his second. So now it'll be decision time for Coach McGarrigle to keep him in. Ladder will go to the bench for the Spartans. And coming in for the first time for Dartmouth High will be Vantez Beals. So Beals is into the game for the first time, and it looks like Kyle Monroe will have to go out. David Waller will come in. So Monroe's out, Waller's in, and it appears to be that Monroe might have an issue with a cut on his right elbow, and he'll be looked after here. With just under 2 to go, the Griffins trailing by 1. Here's Brown on the spin. Brown, he'll draw the foul, and Malik will go back to the line. So Vantez Beals will pick up the personal. That's his first. Both teams over the limit, and they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Brown misses the first. And he'll go 1 for 2. Tied up 19 apiece. Here's David trying to get the lead. Bang! And David hits his first three to give the Spartans a 3-point lead under a minute 30 left in the first. Waller now under full duress. Brown calmly finds Davion. Back to Waller. Waller gets inside. Waller's bumped. Waller with the sky hook. Can't get it to go. That's tapped out. Davion with the pull-up jumper. He can't get it to fall. A fight for the rebound as Nakari Smith and Bailey tie it up. So possession arrow will favor the Griffins. Waller will inbound on the reset. Waller having difficulties, and that's a 5-second violation on the inbound. So tenacious defense guarding the bucket by the Spartans. Smith now swings it to David. David trying to blow by Brown. Can't finish. Waller back the other way. They have numbers in transition. Davion for three. Bang! And he'll knock down the corner three. And that's what Gabe does. He's got 2 triples in this quarter. And he'll tie it up at 22 apiece. Nakari Smith trying to answer. David with the putback. And David able to out-jump Brown. And the Spartans take back the lead. Here's Davion. Davion now. Takes his time. Brown trying to post up Romy Smith. Vantez Beal steals it. Nakari Smith in the open floor. He'll spin and bank it in. Beautiful left-hand finish there in transition by Nakari Smith. Under 5 left in the quarter. Waller's got to go. Waller to the bucket. Finds Keith. And Davion gets it off in time. Count it! As Davion got it off in time, an argument ensues as the Spartans in disbelief, but gave Davion down the stretch was really good for the Griffins. He had the last 5 points, including the corner three, his second in the quarter, as a conversation between Brian States and Lance Sparks, the head coach of the Spartans, here in between quarters discussing that last chance. But it will count as Gabe Davion apparently gets it off. From my vantage point, it looked like he did. And it will be a 2-point lead for the Spartans after 10 minutes. So now the crew chief is talking to Lance Sparks, Paul Hansen. That's quick and brief, but nevertheless, what a game we got going here for this Capital Region Championship between the Spartans and the Griffins. And both team stars have not disappointed in this opening 10 minutes. Gabe Davion, 8 points, leads the way for the Grammar School Griffins. And on the other side, Romy Smith and Kyrie Thompson leading the way for the Spartans. Romy, 6 points in the quarter. Got into some foul difficulty, picked up 2 quick personals. And then Kyrie Thompson took over, had a difficulty at the stripe. He ended the quarter with 5. So the Spartans will have possession to start this second quarter, leading 26-24. Spartans will go with Romy Smith, Nay David, Kyrie Thompson, Vantez Beals, and Nakari Smith. Thompson step back three, pumped, and he'll go to the line to shoot 3. So Davion tried to close the space, didn't have enough spacing and allow Kyrie the land, so Kyrie will shoot 3 personals here. So 3 free throws coming up. And the struggle continues for Thompson. Being encouraged by the coaching staff and teammates is Thompson. He'll make the second. And he'll make the third. Kyrie Thompson being described by Coach Lance Sparks as a professional scorer, and this guy can fill it up in bunches. 37 points in the provincial final last season. And he was a juggernaut in the provincials and the regionals. Joined the team late, but he's been good ever since rejoining the squad. Brown's three's no good. Here's the aforementioned Thompson in transition. Can't get the teardrop to go. Brown with the blow by. Brown lays it in. Beautiful move there by Malik Brown in transition. Able to elude a defender and finish with the right hand. Here's Nakari Smith now trying to take Brown off the bounce. Nakari gets inside. Can't finish. Waller now racing back the other way. Waller spins and Waller draws the foul on Nate David. And Waller will shoot 2. Waller kind of had nowhere to go but to the basket on a 3-on-3 in transition. So he'll shoot 2. As Nate David picks up the personal. Nakari Smith will go to the bench for the Spartans. And coming in for the first time will be Logan Raftis, the 6'1" guards. Waller knocks down both and ties it up at 28. Kyrie with the left hand, left it short. Beals with the rebound. Second chance coming up. Vantez finds Romy Smith wide open and they allow him to shoot it. Too strong, and Vantez Beals with another offensive rebound. Third chance coming up. He's bottled up though. Finds Romy. Romy's bumped underneath, and Waller will be called for the personal. So outstanding offensive rebounding there on that sequence by Vantez Beals. Gives Romy Smith an opportunity to shoot a couple. Romy makes good on the first. And he goes 1 for 2. So the struggles continue as a team for the Spartans from the stripe. And they'll take a 1-point lead. Here's Gross, who's checked in for the first time. And Gross wastes no time as Kamen getting to the bucket to draw the foul is the 5'10", grade 9 guard, Kamen Gross. He'll hit the first of 2. And the second is there as well. And the Griffins will take a 1-point lead. Raftis for 3 in the corner. Rebound by David with the putback. This Spartans team is not very tall in stature, but they are very athletic, and they get after it on the offensive boards. David with the putback. Raftis knocks it out of bounds. Monroe will inbound. Gross surveying. Hands it off to Monroe. 10 to shoot. Dribbles off the foot. And that's a kick ball called on Bailey. And once again, the pressure, half-court pressure applied by the Spartans forces a turnover. Thompson loses it on the drive. Here's Gross back the other way. Gross in transition. Gross! And Gross will be called for the offensive foul. Outstanding position in transition by Logan Raftis. So the senior guard, Logan Raftis, off the bench for the Spartans, able to step in and take that charge. As Gross will pick up his first personal. Team's third in the quarter. Thompson on the drive, splits the D. Thompson puts it in. And Kyrie starting to heat up offensively. Lead back up the three for the Spartans. Gross, good entry to Bailey. He'll draw the double, drop it off to Keith. And Keith's bumped by Nate David from behind. As Grant Keith will shoot a couple. So Olin Bailey taking his time in the paint, draws the double, drops it off to Keith. Keith will shoot two here. He'll miss the first. Keith makes one of two. As Gabe Davion will check back. Malik Brown will go to the bench in a 2-point game. Romy Smith brings it over the timeline. Here's Smith. Kyrie. Kyrie taking his time. Kyrie pull-up jumper. Too strong. Nate David with another offensive rebound. Tries to bully his way inside. Gets the loose ball, and he'll draw the foul, and it appears to be on. And that'll be on Cayman Gross. He'll pick up the foul. Cayman's got two. As Malik Brown will come back for the Griffins. Grant Keith will go to the bench. Logan Raftis and Vantez Beals both going to the bench for the Spartans. They put into some great depth off the bench here for Coach Lance Sparks. As Angus Ladder will come back along with Nakari Smith. David misses the front end on the first free throw. Second one coming up. He'll go 1 for 2. So we got a stoppage in play here, and I'm not sure why. And it looks like Lance Sparks, the head coach of the Spartans, having an issue with maybe somebody's leaking on the floor, maybe a cut player complaining about his new white home jerseys having blood on them. Nevertheless, back to the action. Griffins try to tie it up. Brown, that's rejected by Thompson. Good recovery there by Kyrie as Malik Brown, a three-point specialist, was wide open in the corner. Possession will stay with the Griffins. Monroe on the inbound. Brown heaves it. Throws up the air ball. David comes up with it. Here's David now. Leaves it there for Nakari Smith. Smith, wild shot. Didn't see the bucket as Olin Bailey was there at the rim. Brown taking his time, slowing it up, trying to get into their half-court set. Bailey back to Brown. Brown draws the foul on Romy, and that's a huge personal on Smith. And Alonzo Wright has heard enough from Lance Sparks. He tees him up. So Gabe Davion will go to the line to shoot the technical. Davion steps up and knocks it down. Now Brown will shoot a couple. So still decision time here for Lance Sparks. Is he going to continue to gamble with Romy Smith, picking up his third foul? As Brown front ends the first. And once again, he'll go 1 for 2. 1-point game. Romy Smith. Romy lays it up and in. Just can't stop that power and athleticism to the rim as Romy able to finish with the right hand. Here's Davion. Brown swings it to Gross. Gross thought about it. Gross will fire from three, and Gross knocks it down. The freshman, grade 9, came to play, not afraid of the big moment, knocks down the three ball. Ladder, juggles, tries to find Romy Smith. Romy for three, and Romy puts it in. Romy challenged from three. Earlier in the first quarter, the Griffins allowed Romy to shoot that three ball, but Romy knocks down the second attempt. Brown loses the handle. Kyrie in transition, the Romy, and Romy looks at Davion and finishes with the right hand. Romy Smith starting to take over this game single-handedly for the Spartans. And the leads back up to 6. At the midway point now, Brown thought about it. Monroe corner three, trying to answer. Gross with the rebound. Can't corral it. Last touch by the Griffins. As Tim McGarrell calls timeout to try to break up this run by the Spartans. So Romy Smith has been the story after head coach Lance Sparks was teed up. Romy picked up his third personal and then decided to put his team on his back momentarily. Hit a three, hit a couple tough buckets in the paint with the left hand and the right hand. So it's woken up the sleeping giant in Romy Smith, as he was good in the first quarter. As I mentioned, got in trouble with foul difficulty with 2 quick personals, but that's the trust between him and Lance Sparks, allowing a superstar to play through those adversities. He's got 3 personals, and he's taken over this game in the last 2 minutes. So the Griffins looking for some answers here. We're able to tie it up on multiple occasions and take the lead as well. But Romy Smith has been the storyline in the last 2 minutes. Here's Romy now. The Kyrie for 3. Brown with the rebound, poked away from behind by David, and Brown will commit the foul on the Kyrie Smith. As this team continuing to bang the boards and come up with offensive rebounds and win the 50-50 game. Seems like every loose ball, the Spartans are there first to the ball, but they are having their difficulties on the free throw line. As Nakari Smith misses the first, and he'll miss both. And this is the reason why this game is relatively close. Unable to capitalize on free throws, and a beautiful pocket pass there from Brown to Bailey. Bailey converts in tight. Kyrie unable to get it to go. Here's Monroe attacking Ladder, and Monroe with the right hand steals it. Monroe again attacks Ladder, and Ladder will come up the personal. So Kyle Monroe showing up here in the last minute and a half. As both team superstars starting to shine, as Monroe with the assault on the rim, able to finish with the right hand on the left-hand side. Steals the inbound. Tries to capitalize on the stripe. He misses the first. Second one's good. And just like that, the Griffins take the lead. It appeared they took the lead. Nevertheless, it's tied up at 41. Here's Thompson on the drive, and Thompson finishes with the right hand, and he comes up grabbing his left hip. So Kyrie is down in a lot of discomfort right now. Looks like he's stretching out either a quad He's helped up to his feet by Nate David. Nakari Smith is there as well. As Kyrie will continue here. So now the official score has been changed over to a 2-point lead for the Spartans. Monroe on the drive. Monroe lays it up and in. And he'll tie it up at 43. Nate David on the drive. Vantez Beals, who's come back for the Spartans, finishes with the right hand. Monroe, drawing multiple double teams. Brown, corner three. Too strong. Tapped into the open arms of Vantez Beals. He'll leave it there for Smith. Smith tries from downtown. And Monroe comes up with the rebound. Monroe, blow by. Monroe, floater, puts it in. Nakari Smith on the lob. Back and forth we go. 2-point lead for the Spartans. And that's tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Griffins. .12 to shoot. Monroe will inbound on the sideline. Keith. Davion. Davion draws the double. Keith trying to find Bailey. Desperation shot by Brown. Smith back the other way for the Spartans. Smith inside. Smith left hand no good. Romy's there for the rebound. And good defensive positioning there by Keith. As the Spartans will still have possession here. David for three. It's good. Nate, beautiful inbound play by the Spartans, and they go back up by 5. Nate David continuing to be very dependable offensively is the two-sport star, Nate David. Davion can't draw the foul. Davion gets it back. Davion corner three, left it short. Tries to chase down his own rebound. Davion. That's no good. Second, third chance by Monroe, no good. Kyrie for three. Bang! And Kyrie hits the triple, and the Spartans go up by 8. Spartans playing hard now, digging in defensively to end this quarter. As Bailey's pushed from behind by Vantez Beals. And Lance Sparks will call timeout. So Kyrie Thompson hitting his first 3 of the evening. Increases their lead to 8 with 1:14 remaining here in the second. So timeout on the floor. Spartans call it. As both teams giving instructions. McGarrigle of the Griffins. Spartans ready to go. As it looks like the Griffins are ready as well. They'll come out of this timeout as Cayman Gross will come back for the Griffins. Olin Bailey will go to the line to shoot 2. Both teams over the limit. They'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. So the Griffins will go at Malik Brown, Gabe Davion, Kyle Monroe, and Cayman Gross. So Bailey hits 2, cuts the lead. The 6, Kyrie. That's no good. Here's Gross now. Gross looking to attack, and Gross finishes with the right hand. Gross continuing to be very impressive off the bench for the Griffins. Kyrie now puts up another 3. Gets his own rebound, gets inside. Beals now. Beals comes up the loose ball. That's tapped away and stolen by Monroe. Under a minute to go. Gross baseline drive. Gross right hand. And I tell you what, number 8 in gold has come to play. The grade 9 freshman Cayman Gross. David answers with the big 3. Monroe now will hold for the last shot. Monroe inside. Monroe bump, count it, and 1. As Kyrie a little late with the help. Beautiful blow by on the drive there by Kyle Monroe. And he'll go to the line to complete the 3-point play. Monroe can't complete the 3-point play. Last touch by Davion. Romy has got to heave it up before the buzzer and comes up a little short. So that'll do it. After 20 minutes, the Spartans lead this one 56-53. As we'll step aside, we'll be back though for the second half and the halftime report and get some numbers. But stay with us. You're watching the 2021 Capital Region Boys Division I Finals here on MAP. Welcome back to John Regan Memorial Gymnasium for the 2020-21 Capital Region Boys Division I Final, as the Dartmouth Spartans and the Halifax Grammar School Griffins, a 3-point lead for the Spartans after 20 minutes. And let's take a look at the halftime numbers. For the Griffins, Kyle Monroe leading the way with 11 points. Cayman Gross off the bench, the freshman in grade 9. He's got 9 points and 2 fouls. Gabe Davignon, 7 points and 2 fouls. David Waller, 3 personals, 4 points. Olin Bailey, 1 foul, 6 points. And Malik Brown, 1 foul with 7 points. For the Spartans leading the way, Nay David, 14 points, 2 fouls. Romy Smith, 14 points, 3 personals. Nakari Smith, 7 points, 2 fouls. Kyrie Thompson, 15 points, 1 personal. Angus Latter, 3 fouls, 4 points. And Vantez Beals, 2 fouls and 2 points. And that'll round up the scoring of 56. Griffins 53. So the Griffins will start with possession. Let's start this third quarter. They'll start with their original starting lineup. Davignon. Monroe for 3 in the tie. As the first possession for the Griffins, a good look for Kyle Monroe from downtown, just unable to convert. Smith will bring it over the timeline. Had some foul difficulty, but didn't matter. David for 3. He was outstanding in the first 20 minutes. Smith for 3. That rims out. Last touch by the Griffins, and it will stay with the Spartans. David on the inbound. Kyrie inside, floater. David with another offensive rebound and another putback. Nate David has been a beast on the offensive boards. He's up to 16 now. Davignon draws the double, kick out, 3 coming up, splash! As Waller hits his first 3 ball of the evening. Back to a 2-point game. Nakari Smith now draws the double. Tough shot, that rims out. Monroe with the rebound. Monroe on the drive, drops it off to Bailey, and Bailey with the soft touch around the rim gets it to fall. So Bailey's got 8 points. Step back, Smith, too strong. Keith taps it, had it momentarily and stolen by Latter. Nakari in the corner, the Thompson floats it up and in. So Thompson continuing his offensive output. He's up to 16. Beautiful reversal there on the baseline by Keith. Tied up at 60 now. Multiple ties and multiple lead changes. Back and forth we go, just as a championship should be. Kyrie can't finish with the teardrop. Kyrie throws up the wild shot. Was looking for some contact there, and that almost went down. Bailey again running the floor. Rim the rim, the big man, Olin Bailey. Bailey's up to double digits. He's got 10. And the Griffins strangle away the lead. They're up by 2. Nakari Smith trying to take it back. Wild shot, throws up the air ball. A scramble for the loose ball. Last touch by Davignon. As Ladder will go to the bench, Beals will check in for the Spartans. As Dartmouth High will retain possession here. Romy Smith looking for a screen. Romy, step back three, rims out. Fight for the rebound, last touch by the Griffins, and it will stay with the Spartans. Thompson on the inbound. Nay David for three. That's strong. Davignon with the rebound. Here's Monroe to Bailey, and Bailey continued to be good. The big man, Olin Bailey, 6'5" center, senior. He's got 6 in the quarter. It's a 4-point lead for the Griffins. Explosive move by Kyrie, can't finish with the finger roll. Here's Waller. Smith with him every step of the way. Smith now picks up Monroe. Davignon trying to get space. Davignon on the drive. Davignon step through. Right hand gets his own rebound. Put back's no good. Wrestled away by Beals. And Beals is tied up there by Monroe. But Beals able to step in front of Davignon. Comes up with a big defensive rebound. Keith will go to the bench for the Griffins as Malik Brown will come back. 4-point lead here for the Griffins. Responding here in the third. They trailed at halftime. Davis rejected by Bailey. Waller on the run. Waller looking to go inside. Bailey posting up. Here's Bailey now, taking his time. He'll turn it over. Thompson back the other way, trying to run. Thompson inside, leaves it there for Beals, and Beals is bumped in the act of shooting. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. So Vantez Beals will shoot two here to try to make it a 2-point game. He'll make the first. He'll make the second. Spartans unable to convert on the free throws in the first half. Good spin move there by Monroe. That rims out as they miss 12 free throws in the first 20 minutes. Romy on the drive. Romy's stripped. Romy, and he's fouled there. And Romy Smith will shoot two. And that person will be on Gabe Davignon. So Davignon called for the foul. Smith will shoot two. Struggles continuing for the two stars of the Spartans as Romy. Little strong on the first, strong on the second. Last touch by Bailey, but there's Vantez Beals again fighting for the loose ball and rebound. Davignon will come out. Bailey will come out as well. Well, what can you say about the play of Olin Bailey? 6 points in the quarter. He has been part of the storyline here in this third. Thompson for three. Got bumped, no call. Thompson steals it from Keeps. Thompson on the attack, and he'll lay it up and in. So Kyrie continuing to be strong at the rim. David for three. That rims out. Kyrie's there with the offense to put back. Nakari Smith with the third chance. Nakari puts it up and in. 2-point lead now for the Spartans. Brown to the rim, and stepping in there late was Beals. Tried to take the charge, but he was in the restricted area. And Malik Brown will go to the line to shoot two. Brown with his fourth trip to the line, and he has struggled from the free throw line tonight. Finished with 7 points in that first half, but he had 4 misses from the free throw line. And it continues. But there's the freshman, Cayman Gross, with the offensive rebound. Monroe can't get it to go, and Beals with another defensive rebound. Vantez Beals has been outstanding off the bench on both ends of the floor with rebounds. And that was a major key tonight, as the undersized Spartans knew they had the rebound with the bigger bigs of the Griffins. Griffins Keys take care of the basketball and rebound on the other end. Baseline drive. Keith is there as Kyrie will draw the foul. Now Kyrie will shoot two, and he's had his difficulties. 9 free throws missed in that first quarter and second quarter for Kyrie, and it just continues here. He's got 18 points, but he has left 10 on the stripe. Goes 1 for 2. Three-point lead for the Spartans. Half-court pressure here. Cayman Gross on the baseline, and he'll lose the handle. And that's Cayman's first turnover of the game. As Waller will sit down, and Monroe will come in for the Griffins. Brown almost stepped in front of that pass, and it will stay with the Spartans. 14 on the shot. As Mustafa Abakar has checked in for the first game, and Smith knocks down a corner three. Nakari, he's got double digits now with 10. Keith inside, and Keith all alone underneath the bucket as Beals try to play over the top. Nay David looking for back-to-back. That rims out. Beals with another offensive rebound. David on the drive. David leaves it short. Vantez Beals with another offensive rebound. Kyrie for 3. And he can't get that one to fall. Beals will come out as Angus Latta will give him a blow. 2 opportunities on that trip come up empty for the Spartans. Griffins trailing by 4 here. Here's Keith with the step and the drop step. Good move there by Grant Keith. Draws the foul on Latter. And Latter will pick up his 4th. So Latter, who just checked into the game, he'll have to sit down as the Spartans go deep inside their bench now as they go to number 32. That's Beau Pijot. So Pijot's into the game, the 6'2" freshman forward. Keith goes 1 for 2. Pijot will knock it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Griffins. Good block out there by David Waller. So the Griffins looking to get within 1 or tie it up. Spin move, drop step, beautiful move there by Grant Keith as he takes Peugeot to school. 1 point game. Here's Smith, step back three. Little bit of contact there, no call. Gross comes up with the rebound. Gross in the open floor, draws the contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. So Thompson a little late trying to step in to draw the foul on Gross. And Kamen will shoot two here. Peugeot will go to the bench for the Spartans. Gross goes 1 for 2. Here's Waller. Brown for three. Too strong. Rebound by Thompson. Tied up. Thompson for the lead. Brown with the rebound. Brown turns it over. 2-on-1 back the other way. David to the rim. Up and in. And the Spartans wrestle back the lead. Keith inside. Keith with the reversal, no good. Romy, that rims out. As Nakari Smith try to save it on the end line. As the Spartans will call timeout here with 1:16 remaining in the third. Leading by 2. So multiple lead changes back and forth here in the third. But it's definitely both teams having outstanding outputs by their reserves. Olin Bailey started the quarter for the Griffins. 3 straight buckets. He was a difference in the quarter. And on the other side for the Spartans, outstanding effort by Vantez Beals, who's been all over the boards on both ends of the floor and has been there defensively as well with a presence inside. But the storyline in this game, 2-point game, has been the free throws difficulties by the Spartans. Unable to capitalize on those opportunities at the stripe. So the timeout over here. It'll be Griffin's possession. They'll come back with Waller, Monroe, Brown, Davignon, and Bailey. For the Spartans, it will be both Smiths, Thompson, David, and Johnson. Velmer Johnson checking in for the first time in the game. Here's Bailey, can't finish. Last touch by the Griffins, and it'll go over to the Spartans. Under a minute to play now. Romy Smith will bring it over the timeline. Kyrie with the step back, leaves it short. Johnson gets a hand on it. He's bumped from behind by Bailey. And Olin will pick up the personal. That'll be his second. The Griffins over the limit. So Velmar Johnson will shoot 2. Johnson strong on the first. And he'll go 1 for 2 is the freshman forward, 6'2". 3-point lead. Monroe. Brown for the tie. Davignon with the putback. And the lead's down to 1. Nakari Smith spin in the lane. Left hand's no good. Gets his own rebound. Kyrie now. Kyrie, he'll drive, kick out. Romy Smith for three. Bang! And Romy Smith ignites from downtown at the end of the quarter. Stretches the lead to 4. Monroe's bump. Desperation toss. No good. So at the end of 3, it's a 4-point lead for the Spartans as Romy Smith knocks down his second triple of the game, giving the Spartans a 4-point cushion heading to the 4th. So multiple lead changes in that third quarter. Both benches getting quality minutes as both of these teams settle down in that quarter, not turning the ball over and getting good opportunities in their half-court sets. So 10 minutes to decide this Capital Region final. The Spartans in their home gym here at the friendly confines of John Regan Memorial Gymnasium, looking to win their second Capital Region title in 3 years. The Griffins, the defending champions, trying to retain that title, as they got the job done last year at St. Mary's University with a 101-94 win. And the only regular season matchup between these two teams, the Spartans came out on top in a thriller 83-80 on February the 10th. So the Spartans will start with possession here in the 4th. Nakari Smith spins in the lane, and he'll call for the step as Malik Brown was able to be in front. So to start the 4th here, the Griffins will go with Brown, Monroe, Waller, Davignon, and Bailey. Davignon stripped by Nakari Smith. Nakari goes in, and he'll lay it in. So Nakari Smith with the steal. And layup in transition. For the Spartans, it's Nakari Smith, Romy Smith, Day David, Velmar Johnson, and Kyrie Thompson. Putback's no good there by Bailey. Spartans looking to run. Here's Thompson for 3. A little bit of contact, no call there. Waller back the other way. Waller all the way to the rim. Left it short, gets his own rebound. Waller surveying, leaves it there for Monroe. And Monroe's fouled by Velmar Johnson, as Kyle Monroe will go to the line to shoot 2. Brown will come out for the Griffins, and Grant Keith will come in. Monroe hits the first, follows up with the second. David, corner 3. Left it short, but Thompson's there with the putback. Lead back up to 6 for the Spartans. Waller surveys. Davignon, who's been relatively quiet here in the second half, saves it on the sideline. Waller on the drive, beautiful dish, but blocked from behind was Keith by Romy Smith. For the shoot, Waller will inbound on the end line. Monroe will have to force it up. Monroe lays it up and in. Nice take there by Kyle Monroe, beating the shot clock and the defender. Nakari Smith, the Romy Smith for 3. Waller with the rebound. As Monroe will walk it over the timeline. Davignon trying to get space. Throws it inside to Keith. Keith trying to go to work on Johnson. Back up to Davignon for three. That rims out. And Thompson comes up with the rebound. Thompson now racing back the other way. Thompson inside, draws the triple. He'll turn it over. Waller taking his time. Monroe on the pick and roll. Monroe splits the D. Monroe lays it up and in. Nice take there again by Kyle Monroe. And the lead's back down to 2. Romy Smith on the attack. Nate David thought about it. Nate David, hesitation, step back 3, left it short, gets his own rebound. David lays it up and in. Nate David continuing to be very good offensively and attacking. As he misses the 3, follows his own shot and finishes. David now trying to defend on the other end. Keith with the turnaround jumper. As he was able to displace David. Romy Smith thought about it. Smith hesitation. Kick out. Kyrie Thompson from way out. That rims out. And the lead remains at 2. So the Griffins looking to tie it up or take the lead on this sequence. Davignon. Keith on the baseline, back to Davignon. He'll lay it up and in. And we're tied up at 82. Nakari Smith on the attack. Nakari misses, gets it back, and the putback's good. Davignon inside. Bailey with the sky hook. David with the rebound. David on the run. David right hand, and Nate David starting to take over here in the 4th. The 2-sport star. Champlain College commit next season in CJEP in Lennoxville, Quebec. Starting to get his offense rolling here in the 4th. Davignon. Davignon forces up the 3. He'll leave it short. David to Romy Smith. Romy right hand on the left side, and he'll finish with the finger roll. As Romy Smith, another Champlain College commit. 2-sport star as well. Waltler inside. Keith bottled up. Johnson bothering that attempt. Keith trying to go one-on-one. Knocked away by David. And a good foul in transition. A frustrated, though, is David Waller. And Tim McGarrow's not happy about that call. As Velmer Johnson will go to the bench. Angus Latter will check back with 4 fouls. So Waller will be called for the personal in transition. That'll be his 4th. Team's first in a 4-point game. Just past the midway point here in the 4th quarter. Thompson now, step back jumper. That rims out. Rebound by Davignon. Monroe now. And the offensive foul on the illegal screen called on Olin Bailey. Bailey unable to get his feet set there on that pick and roll. And he'll pick up his 3rd foul. And Malik Brown will come in for Bailey, as he'll have to go to the bench with 3 personals. David will inbound to Romy Smith. Smith on the drive. Smith, that rims out. Keith with the rebound. Keith on the drive. Stripped from Nakari Smith from behind. Nakari now draws the double. Nay David inside. David with the right hand and finish. What can you say by Nay David taking over here in the fourth? Monroe on the drive, and he's fouled by Ladder, and that'll be it for Angus. So Angus Ladder picks up his 5th personal. He'll have to come out. Ladder, 6'3", sophomore. Will have to sit down for the rest of the game. As Kyle Monroe will go to the line to shoot 2. Coach Sparks taking his time with that substitution. And it's Vantez Beals, and he's had a huge game off the bench for the Spartans. Defensively and rebounding. Monroe hits the first of 2. Kyle goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Romy Smith now drops it off to Kyrie Thompson. Thompson, floater. And Thompson's bumped in the act of shooting. He'll shoot 2. So a 7-point lead for the Spartans. Kyrie taking his time. As he was bumped to the floor, cramping up a little bit is Kyrie Thompson. A few words for David Waller, as he'll set up the shoot a pair here, but he has had his difficulties from the stripe tonight. Makes the first. Crunch time for both of these teams with 3:35 remaining in regulation. And Kyrie steps up and hits both. Griffin's looking to fight back here. Need a bucket on this possession. Waller blows by Smith. Waller, right hand finish at the rim. Beautiful move there by David Waller. Not trying to go quietly into the night. David for 3. Keith with the rebound. Waller spins. Waller inside. Drops it off to Keith, and Keith is fouled. And Grant Keith will go to the line to shoot 2. So some pressure-packed free throws coming up here for Grant Keith. First one rims out for the 6'5" forward, senior forward. And he'll go 1 for 2. Two-possession game, under 3 remaining in regulation. David under 5 to shoot. David too strong. Beals with the second chance opportunity. Nakari Smith for 3. That's no good. And Monroe comes up with the rebound, and he's fouled from behind. And that'll be on Vantez Beals. Beals will pick up his 3rd personal. Team's 4th. Excuse me, that's Vantez's 5th. As I had 3 unofficial. So Beals' night is over. Some quality minutes off the bench for Lance Sparks. Beals battled all night on both ends of the floor. So he's done. And it looks like Velmel Johnson will check in. In this pressure situation. And I'm pretty sure Johnson didn't think coming into this game that he would be in this situation during crunch time at a championship game. Johnson, though, up to the task with the steal. Velmar to right hand. So he must have heard me as he steals the inbound and finishes with the right hand. Davignon for three. Can't get it to go. Second chance here. Rebound by Waller. Davignon again. Can't get it to go down. Brown's bumped by Johnson. He'll draw the contact, and Malik Brown will shoot two. And Velmar will pick up the foul. That'll be the team's fifth. They're over the limit now. They'll be in the penalty the rest of the way. With 2 minutes exactly to go in regulation. Brown hits the first. Goes 1 for 2. Gets his own rebound, though. Brown on the attack. And he is fouled by Nakari Smith. And he's in total disbelief there. Thought he got all ball. So back to the stripe goes Malik Brown. And Brown will knock down both. Leads down the 5 for the Spartans. Full court pressure being applied by the Griffins. Kyrie, step back three. Kyrie, bang! And Kyrie Thompson knocks down the huge three in crunch time for the Spartans. And it leads up to 8. Here's Waller now trying to respond. Waller turns it over. And Waller will foul Romy Smith from behind, and Waller will be done for the night. So David Waller picks up his 5th personal. And Waller looks like he was teed up as well. So not only did Waller commit the personal, it looked like he had a little bit too much chatter with Alonzo Wright, and he picks up the technical foul as well. So a huge 3 on that last possession by Kyrie Thompson. And Romy Smith will go to the line. Can't make the technical, though. That rims out. So the Griffins have 1 foul to give. Romy Smith unable to capitalize on the technical. And it stays at 8-point advantage for the Spartans. Nay David on the inbound, the Romy Smith. Here's Romy, he'll bring it over the timeline. Cayman Gross has come in off the bench. David for 3. Keefe with the rebound. So the Griffins able to dodge a bullet there on that sequence. Under 2 to go. Monroe, spin. 3's no good. Brown falls, gets it back though. Brown trying to find a teammate. Scramble for the loose ball. And it's last touch by the Griffins. And the Spartans will have possession as Lance Sparks will call timeout with exactly a minute left in regulation. 97-89. Kyrie slow to get up to his feet. He's being helped to the bench by a couple teammates here. Yes, it's definitely been a game of back and forth as both of these teams with their stars giving it 110% and more. Kyrie trying to shake off. It appears to be some cramping. But if I know Kyrie, he's going to stay in this game no matter what and try to finish it out. Lots of heavy lifting, though, for the Griffins with a minute left in regulation, trailing by 8. As Coach McGarrigle looking for a couple stops defensively and some big shots down on the offensive end. As one of his go-to guys, his facilitator, David Waller, has fouled out of the game. But the grade 9 freshman, Cayman Gross, has been outstanding in this one off the bench for the Griffins. So Gross thrust into this pressure pack situation in his first regional final. Brown will check out. Abukar will come in for the second time in this situation defensively for the Griffins. Nay David will inbound. Romy Smith, Nakari Smith, Logan Raftis, and Velmar Johnson in for the Spartans. Full court pressure, turned over. An opportunity here. Monroe for 3, can't get it to fall. Scramble for the loose ball, last touch by Davignon. And it will be Spartans possession here as Nakari Smith is slow to get up to his feet. In a lot of discomfort there. He's helped up by Nay David. As Velmar Johnson will inbound with 46 ticks left on the clock. Nay David to Raftis. Raftis to the rim. Raftis leaves it short. A little quick with that possession for the Spartans. Opportunity here now. As Davignon is bumped by Nay David. And that'll be the 5th team foul. And Davignon will go to the line to shoot 2. Pressure pack situation here for Gabe. 8-point lead, 35 left in regulation. Davignon hits the first. Second one rims out. Almost stolen there by Monroe. It'll stay with the Spartans. 31 remaining, 7-point game. Big inbound here for the Spartans. Smith gets it, slips to the floor. Smith caught up in the air. Nay David thought about it, but smartly holds it. David kicks it right back out. Spartans in no hurry. Griffin's got a foul, get the steal. No foul, turnover. Davignon comes up with it. Abakar leaves it for Monroe for 3. Monroe, that's too strong. And it just hasn't been the night for Kyle Monroe from distance. So 5 seconds remaining. Barring a tragedy of epic proportions, the Spartans should hold on. Abakar for 3. That rims out. And that's been the type of night. And that'll do it. The Dartmouth High Spartans have completed the task, and they are champions of the Capital Region. So in true fashion, like champions, it's a dance-off in the middle of their court here at John Regan Memorial Gymnasium. So the Spartans complete the task and get it done on home court, capturing the Capital Region Division I championship. So they'll hoist another banner. But it was a back and forth game, a tough, hard fought game between these two teams. And both teams can be congratulated and cannot hang their heads as they fought tooth and nail for the whole 40 minutes in this championship game. If you're the Griffins, you cannot hang your head tonight as you gave it your all right down the wire as they push this Spartans team to the brink. So the Spartans will pick up their second Capital Region Championship in 3 years as their streak continues winning championships. So in a moment, we'll have the player of the game interview. And we'll take a break and we'll set up for that interview, but stay with us here on MAP. Welcome back to John Reagan Memorial Gymnasium. Standing by with the player of the game, Nay David of the Dartmouth High Spartans. Nay, what a terrific game. Coming into this game, we talked about the players to watch. We talked about Kyrie. We talked about Romy. We talked about you a little bit, but you were outstanding in this championship final. You are a two-star sport in basketball and football.
Yeah.
But you came up big tonight. 22 points, 3 big threes, and multiple rebounds on the offensive end. Speak a little bit about your game tonight and what was your motivation?
My motivation was coming into the game. I know we don't have like a lot of big men, so I want to come down and crash the board as hard as I can and be as physical as I can because they're a lot stronger and bigger than us. So I just want to outmatch them.
And think about the game plan. Now, we talked about how there was a three-inch height differential between you guys and their starting lineup. And you guys know that, if you can get after the boards and get up and down the floor, you'll have a chance to win. Talk about what the message was from Coach Sparks at the start of this game and throughout this game.
He told us, as we're seniors, me, Kyrie, Romy, and Kyrie, he told us our last game, so we got to ball out and set a tone for the younger guys coming in next year so they can keep carrying this legacy along.
And with the legacy, with the younger players, what was the message? Because you got some quality minutes off the bench from Raftis. You got some quality minutes from Ventez Beals, who was outstanding on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively.
Well, the younger guys, man, we need them a lot, man. They come in, they help us. They come into practice and hard every day, and they work their butts off coming into the game, and they learn from us, so that's what it is.
Leaving a champion, taking your game, both games, I would imagine. I know you're a highly touted recruit, in the AUS, in the U Sports, but you decided to go to Champlain College, CEGEP in Lennoxville, Quebec. What was the reason why you chose the Cougars?
My reason's going there so I'm going to go there for like 2 years so I can be bigger and better, and I want to go get more exposure and be able to get NCAA looked.
And that's in 2 sports or just the one?
Probably going to go for 2.
Okay, congratulations, Day. You can go ahead and go and with your teammates, but it was an outstanding game. You came in here and you did the job, and you got the job done. And congratulations and good luck down the road. We'll see you down the road, no doubt, somewhere, either in the United States or in Canada. But no doubt this will be not the last time we hear from you.
Thank you. Appreciate it a lot.
Good luck. Take care.
You too.
So Kyrie Thompson will be next. Thompson with an outstanding game. Undeclared right now is Thompson. Undecided where he's going to go next year is the senior. He was outstanding as well. Came up big down the stretch, knocking down a 3 in a pressure-packed situation. And we'll be right back with Kyrie. Back here at John Regan Memorial Gymnasium with the senior guard, outstanding guard, Kyrie Thompson. Kyrie, you guys were able to get it done here, revenging that Capital Region loss last season, a tough, hard-fought loss at St. Mary's University. But here at the friendly confines on John Regan Memorial Gymnasium, you were able to get the job done. Speak a little bit about the effort by your team this evening.
Just all about preparation. I knew coming in, start from practice last night, knowing this was my last practice, the last go-around with these guys, just coming into this game, we were going to fight hard, give it all, and for as long as we are on the court, give everything that we got out there.
You struggled a little bit in that first half, to say the very least, from the free throw line. Caught your stride in the third, and you were big in the fourth. Speak about the mindset in that game for you and how you were able to basically rebound and find your stride offensively.
I just give huge credit to my guys. You know, they're always the ones that when I'm struggling or something's not going right, you know, they're keeping me up. And I give a big shout out to them because when I'm down or something's not going right, they're always the one that's picking me up, and they're the ones that were able to help me find my stroke and tell me to keep going, keep going, keep going in third quarter. And that's what basically the whole part of it was.
In that fourth quarter with that three that you're able to knock down, what did you see from their offense, and why did you think it was the right time to pull the trigger?
Because I just know that, you know, it's my last game, now or never, and I got the chance to make something happen, make a big play, and I just, you know, had the courage to shoot that shot and hope for it to go in, and it happened to go in, and my teammates cheered me on, you know, kept the courage, kept it going, and that's just how it was.
Now here's the million-dollar question, and you know it was going to be asked, and you know it was coming. What are you doing next year? Where are you going? You are undeclared. You are one of the best players in the province at the high school level. The next level wants to know, where are you headed?
Well, I don't have an answer for you, unfortunately. I'm still weighing my options, you know, looking at talking to my family, talking to coaches, you know, just what's going to be the best fit for next year. So, unfortunately, I don't have that answer for you just yet.
So talking to your family, your brother's an outstanding guard at St. Mary's University. I know the Huskies would love to have you there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any thought of maybe going to St. Mary's and joining him?
Of course, yeah. I've been talking to him. You know, of course, he wants me there, and it would be an honor to play alongside him because I just think it would be a lot of fun and stuff like that. So I definitely keep that in mind, you know, playing alongside him. And for Coach Jonah, it would be lots of fun.
All right, Kyrie, thank you for this.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the championship. Go ahead and celebrate with your teammates, and we'll definitely see you down the road.
Thank you so much.
That's Kyrie Thompson of the Dartmouth High Spartans, victors in this Capital Region Championship. And we'll be back and have another conversation with one more senior guard, and that'll be Romy Smith. Standing by here with Romy Smith of the Dartmouth High Spartans. Romy, man, it was a tough game. I mean, the Griffins gave you everything you can handle. You guys sputtered a little bit in that first quarter. Second quarter, they responded. Speak about the mindset of the Spartans team in championship moments.
Well, the mindset is just defense. We end all of our practice with defense, and we start all of our practices with defense. So when we're in a close one like that, when it's a back and forth, we just apply defense, pressure, defense.
And your defense translated into offense, instant offense, in particular for yourself. You're able to finish around the rim, and you hit a couple huge buckets from downtown. Talk about how you made the adjustment making those three balls when they weren't really there in the first half. Now, you hit some threes that were contested. At first, they were allowing you to shoot. What goes through your mind while, a team decides to back off you, not allow you to get to the rim, and allow you to shoot that three?
I make them pay. They're going to respect it. Like, if you hit one, they'll be like, he can't shoot. Hit another one, they're going to respect it. So you got to make them respect no matter if you're missing. No matter if you're 0 for 3, just keep. If you're going to leave you open, keep shooting it. And we started the game. When they score, we're up and out. So when we're on fast breaks, we got to put the bigs on their heels. So when the bigs are on their heels, that shuts the defense back, and that gives us wide open jumpers.
So you, Nakari, along with Nay David and Kyrie, are all done.
Yep.
And Logan Raftis as well is a senior. So all 5 of you gentlemen are done. You played your last game here at home. You're a victor. You'll go down in history as a champion in the Capital Region, a 2-time provincial champion as well. Mm-hmm. What do you leave to this legacy in this program for the younger guys that are going to have to pick up the mantle next year?
A swagger. We give them a swagger. When we walk in the gym, everyone knows Dartmouth High walk in the gym with their chest out. So when we leave, no matter win or losing, they're going to walk in the gym with their chest out and a swagger.
Now, you decided to take your game to Sports Star you are, if no one has noticed, but we have noticed here in the sports world, anybody that has covered Dartmouth High and has covered football and basketball in this province know that you play both sports. You decided to go to Champlain College. What was part of your decision to go to Champlain College and why?
Well, big decision is me going up there for 2 years, not losing any eligibility for university, getting bigger, stronger, improving mentally, and just, getting to explore the world instead of staying out here, go to Quebec, learn French, bigger city.
Okay. Now, you do know Lennoxville is not a big city, kind of a little small town, kind of like Halifax and Dartmouth.
No, for sure.
And Sherbrooke, but it's a great place, and you will be exposed to different cultures and diversity. So, Lennox College, both sports. What is your projection, and what sport will you probably take up? Because you're going to ultimately have to decide on the next level when you're done those 2 years of CJ.
It's a toss-up. I really don't know right at this. I can't give it to you. Can't give you an answer right now.
Just like Kyrie, no answers down the stretch. But I respect that. I respect that all the way. Congratulations, Romy.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us all that great swagger on the court the last 3 seasons. And good luck in your going into the next level. And we'll most definitely see you down the road.
Exactly.
All right, that's Romy Smith of the Dartmouth High Spartans, victorious in his last game here at John Regan Memorial Gymnasium. So, the Spartans revenging last year's defeat at the Capital Region, and that'll wrap it up here for us. For my producer, Neil Gordon, and the entire MAP crew, I'm Vince Williams saying so long from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.